Outlaw Baseball is live on the radio at KNYN and online at mylocalradio.com. It's another season of Wyoming AA Legion Baseball. Follow the American Legion Post 41 Evanston Outlaws throughout the summer months as we bring you live video and play-by-play coverage. Today's broadcast is being brought to you in part by Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, mylocalradio.com, Best Western Dunmore Inn and Legal Tender Restaurant, West Star Printing, Rocky Mountain Sign, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Seavers Jewelers, Ellingford Brothers, Bear River Dental, The Lumberyard, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Mountain West Business Solutions, Plains Tire, Landmark Plumbing and Heating, Joe's Modern Cleaners, Wyoming Dental Specialties, Uinta County School District No. 1, T-Bar S Body Shop, Dr. McKay Frankham DDS, Evanston Regional Hospital, Flex Fitness, Kazines, Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, Superior Rental, and the Gun Room. With first pitch quickly approaching, let's head to the booth.
Bit of a misnomer there as we join you already underway in this contest in the top of the first inning, and the Outlaws with a 1-0 lead on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston versus North Sevier out of Salina, Utah, taking on each in for Evanston this third pool play and final contest. For North Sevier, it's their second. North Sevier 0-1 in pool play, Evanston 0-2. On the mound, giving up the run already, Jaron Robb. And where's number 16? We'll go around the horn with the starters for both sides as we get the opportunity. The reason for the late start was, well, the heat finally got the best of us. We had some equipment overheat again, so we lost our internet and then had to get it cooled down just enough so that we could get it back on. Also, we had a lineup getting to us about 2 minutes before the first pitch, which then, as a result, led to addressing the equipment a little bit later than usual. But either way, we're on here, just a little bit delayed in the top of the first inning. Here's what's happened so far. The lineup has changed all the way around, and the reason it's changed is the manager said to the 5 senior captains of the Evanston Outlaws, go ahead and make your own batting order. You have to play defensive positions that you normally would play, and we're going to pick the pitcher, but batting order, pick whatever you want because the reordering as of late just hasn't worked in this tournament. So Reed Gross led off, got a single, and at the bat is Ryan Fisher in the cleanup hole, getting an RBI potentially. Throw from left field, in home to Seth Lloyd, a close play, but the throw is not in time. 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. So Reed Gross led off the inning with a single. He then got to second on a pass ball, to third on a pass ball, and to home plate on a passed ball. So 3 pass balls by the pitcher Robb to the catcher Rylan Crane have been the reason for the first run. Seth Lloyd reached after Jagger Mitchell got a double and was thrown out trying to steal third. Seth Lloyd reached on a walk on 5 pitches. He then got to second on a pass ball and just scored, as we saw in real time, off the single by Ryan Fisher. Fisher goes on to second on the throw home, and that brings Gus Allred up to the plate. Ryan Fisher's been leading off but moves into the cleanup hole where personally I like him there. I think Seth Lloyd 3, Ryan Fisher 4. That's where he was hottest on the season with his hitting. His batting average has actually been slowly decreasing ever since he moved up into the leadoff position. Jagger Mitchell batting second, Seth Lloyd third, Ryan Fisher fourth, and Gus Allred at the plate in the 5 spot. Chris Perriman, hey, he's a senior captain and says, I'm not batting ninth. He moves up to the number 6 spot in the order, and he's been cold as of late, but at times this season, I'd say he's shown middle of the order ability. In the 7th spot, Brendan Thompson, Jordan Schneider 8th, and Casey Perriman batting 9th. Have to wonder if maybe Chris Perriman said, hey, let's switch spots with my younger brother. I'm always batting 9th. He's batting 5th last game. Let's put him down in the 9th spot. Little dribbler to the pitchers. Robb, he gloves it and fields on to first, and there are 2 outs. Runner at third base, Ryan Fisher advances from second to third. There's 2 gone, 2 outs, and 2 runs already in for the Outlaws. This game, game where we're probably looking, well, definitely for the Outlaws, already looking at a 3 or a 4 seed as the 1 and 2 seeds. Right now, Canyon View 2-0 and Fremont 1-0. Looking pretty strong out there. Fremont will take on North Sevier tomorrow at Parowan. that game in the morning. And Evanston, they'll be done with pool play, and they'll know as soon as all those other games take place exactly where they'll be playing. But likely, as I'm looking through how this 4-team pool works, it seems likely that, well, of course, if Evanston loses this game, they will most definitely be playing in the number 4 seed game at 5 p.m. tomorrow at Parowan City Field. Ground ball to shortstop, well fielded by Brady Butler, and a 6-3 putout ends the inning. We didn't get a chance to get to the Salina outfield and infield this inning. We'll do that next time they come up, but we'll give you their batting order and the Evanston defensive alignment when we come back for the bottom of the first inning next on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
The steel fabrication shop at Ellingford Brothers is available for large and small projects alike. We work with individuals, the public is always welcome, and contractors. We design and build one-of-a-kind projects, plus we fabricate loose parts and heavy equipment, and customize Ford and Dodge pickup truck front bumpers, plus equipment including hitches, trailers, and more. Serving customers since 1936, Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. Call today, 307-789-1515.
Never had a love about you. Confuse all the people walking as you go. Yeah. First time, everyone's a winner.
I'd like to welcome anyone listening in from Salina, Utah to this contest of North Sevier versus the Evanston Outlaws. Bottom of the first inning. Ryan Fisher on the mound for the Evanston Outlaws. Let's run you through his season so far on the mound. He's at the very top of the Evanston Outlaws pitching staff with 47 innings thrown coming into today's contest, a 6.4 ERA and a 2.043 whip. He's given up 62 hits, 52 runs, 43 of which have been earned runs, walked 34, struck out 35, so about to 1-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and hit just 3 batsmen. That's in 15 games. In 11 starts, he has a 4-4 season record, no attempts at a save, and a few opportunities here and there, 4 to be exact, in relief. Leading off for North Sevier, as we turn that lineup card over to the other side, it is Marshall Okerlund, a first baseman. Okerlund wears number 21. Getting the start at first base today. Jaron Robb, the pitcher, will bat second. Brody Butler, I think I called him Brody in the shortstop position. Brody Butler bats third and wears number 5. Rylan Crane, a catcher, wears number 1. Keegan Beckstead wears number 12. He's batting 5th on the day. And then 6, 7, 8, 9, we have Dawson in the 6th spot. Deegan Brazel, Hunter Higgs in the 8, and Landon Payne 9. And as of now, that's all I have is Dawson. Punch out, Marshall Okerlund is struck out looking, and that brings up Jaron Robb. I wonder if he's like the Brazilian soccer players, that he's just so good that he dropped the last name or the first name and goes by just one moniker, that being Dawson. It'd be more believable if he was had the little Ino at the end, maybe Dacinho is what we'll call him. Righty on righty matchup, Ryan Fisher to Jaron Robb. Ball 1 given and taken by the opposing pitcher, Robb. Around the horn for the Outlaws, Reed Gross at third base. At first, it's Gus Allred and Brendan Thompson at second. A grounder fielded well at shortstop to Seth Lloyd, and he gives a 6-3 putout as the Outlaws themselves go around the horn. From second, from first, over to short, and then to third. Reed Gross, Seth Lloyd, Brendan Thompson, and Gus Allred making up that infield. Jagger Mitchell behind the dish at catcher, and Ryan Fisher on the mound. Casey Perriman in left field, Chris Perriman in center field, and Jordan Schneider out in right. Brings up Brody Butler wearing the American flag batting helmet, batting right. White home jerseys for both teams. You've got some dark maroon numerals in front lettering for the Salina team from North Sevier. And then red, maroon, and white stirrup socks with blue being the main color, and the maroon and white striping around the sides. Outlaws wearing the same jerseys they did last game, as there's really no time to change. They just got done playing a 12-1 loss to Fremont. Currently up 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Lost their first game yesterday night to Canyon View. We were here for that one, 9-6 the final. 2-1 count in the pitch. Knocked up, opposite field, over the glove of first baseman Gus Allred out to shallow right field. A close play as Jordan Schneider was trying to get the 9-3 put out, but the runner is safe in Butler and the inning continues. Bottom of the first inning, 2 outs, and Rylan Crane at the plate, the catcher. He had his shin guards on and was ready to go, had to unstrap them and come to the bat. Again, in this tournament, you are allowed to pinch run for either a catcher or a pitcher in the sake of keeping the game speed moving up. So we'll see if that's the case, should he get to first base or otherwise. First pitch is up high and inside. Crane ducks away from the ball, 1 from Ryan Fisher. In the set position, and off the stretch, a strike called, 1-1. Ball taken, and it's 2-1 by Crane. Cleanup hitter for North Sevier. Infield for the Outlaws. Playing relatively shallow, save for shortstop Seth Lloyd. Reed Gross playing close to the third base line and in a little bit. Throw back to first, a quick swipe by Gus Allred, but the runner is safe. An Outlaws win here means most likely we're back at Canyon View High School for another day tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Any chance of a championship game has been officially eliminated after the loss to Fremont in the morning, early afternoon, 12:30 game. As Canyon View has already won twice, Evanston can only win once in pool play, this being if they can get over North Sevier, which they currently hold a 2-0 lead over. Stretch pitch from Fisher inside, and it either hit him or it was ball 4. I can't tell which one. Looked like it may have knocked him just a little bit. So we were a little bit late going on. Part of that was the lineup was coming on just a little bit late, and I was actually able to get back. I would have been able to start that broadcast right about first pitch. With the lineup time starting in relation to the game, but with getting that so close to game time and then coming back to the setup, the sun has come back out here in Cedar City, and the heat here is we're set up outside for today's games and tomorrow's as well, playing a serious factor with the technology at hand. You've got portable internet, and that portable internet needs to be charged, and that's leaving it out a little bit hot. Knockout into right center, just beyond the glove of second baseman Brendan Thompson. 1 run scores. A second one is waved around. The cutoff throw to Thompson. Coming home. It's close. Now he's batting a pickle. Throw back to third base, and Reed Gross applies the tag, and the out number 3 is applied. The Outlaws let 1 come in, but get an 8 to make it a 9-4-2-5 putout to end the inning. 2-1 at the end of 1 inning. Top of the second. Coming up next on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
For over 10 years, the professional and friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions has been serving customers in Wyoming and Utah. Our professional technicians live and work in communities across both states. This way, we are able to provide quick, quality service to all of our customers. We serve businesses in all sizes, and we also provide service and supplies for HP printers. Please call us today and let's see how we can help with all your printing and copying needs. Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
We each have 168 hours in every week. When you exercise 2 to 3 hours a week, everything about your life gets better. I know this from personal experience. This is Ben Carden, owner of Flex Fitness Gym in Evanston. 2 to 3 hours of exercise per week will help you feel better, you will have more energy and confidence, your clothes will fit better, and the list goes on. Set yourself up for success. Visit Flex Fitness today and let us help you achieve a more healthy lifestyle. Flex Fitness, 100 Yellow Creek Road, right next to Smith's in Evanston.
Well, maybe we could be just so lucky that the cloud will stay over the sun just long enough to get it just over the shed and maybe provide some permanent shade for the rest of the day, as our equipment certainly needs it. Our stat keeper is currently down. Luckily, our internet is currently going, so we'll take what we can get out of that. It is 2-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board on a hot day that's getting a little bit cooler with some cloud cover and just a little bit of a breeze showing its face here in Cedar City. Canyon View High School, the location for this pool play game at the Summer Slam tournament. Cedar Summer Slam, the name of this program, which has 4 pools of 4 teams each, 16 teams in all, vying for 4 semifinal spots in a 5 o'clock slot yesterday to play, or tomorrow I should say, to play in a 7:30 championship game in Parowan, 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night. Both of these teams a little less likely to get in. They're playing for positioning right now. Evanston, the highest they can climb, it looks like, is the number 3 spot most likely. Brendan Thompson takes a breaking ball and takes strike 1. Thompson, Schneider, Perriman, that being Casey Perriman, due up this inning, 7, 8, 9 in the order. North Sevier, they've still got a little more hope, and it's 2-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board right in this game. They can go 2-1 as they only dropped the first one to Canyon View. They still have this game against Evanston, and tomorrow they take on Fremont. Fremont looks like a very solid squad out of Plain City, Utah, and teams coming from all around the state of Utah. And this Evanston Outlaws, the lone Wyoming team in the contest. When I added it up, and I did add them all up in our pool, Salina to Canyon City, or to Canyon View High School. Breaking ball popped up into shallow left center. Dropping in to make the play, Hunter Higgs with the out. Salina to Canyon View, 129 miles. So a couple of hours for them, certainly much closer than the Evanston Outlaws, which sit just a hair over 308 miles, and 292 miles for Fremont out of Weber County. First man retired brings up Jordan Schneider to go against Jaron Robb. He takes ball 1 low in the dirt. The first run scored for Evanston was by way of 3 passed balls for Jaron Robb. And they were listed as pass balls, and whether they were all pass balls, some wild pitches, I just have to go on the official stat keeper, which we're hoping to get back as the sun comes back out just before it's going over the back of this shed. I'm set up outside, got a nice backstop of a tool and baseball equipment shed, and when it gets just late enough in the afternoon, that shadow will cool us down. But right now we've had some overheating of equipment. Nothing's officially been fried. It's just precautionary. We're going to shut down and wait to cool down sort of thing. But I think we should have our stat keeper back up very shortly. As it stands, the number 8 man, Jordan Schneider, at the bat. Jaden is in uniform on the bench. Robb with the pitch, up the middle, to second base, fielded well by Dawson. No, it went through his glove. He had it down, and then it popped through and into the outfield. So an E4 puts Schneider on base, and the number 9 hitter, Casey Perriman, flips a bat at Reed Gross, who balks at it and then picks it up, heading back to the on-deck circle. Just 2 hits in the last game for Evanston against Fremont. 2 walks, a single, and a triple. Those 2 hits by way of Jagger Mitchell, who got the 3-bagger, and Seth Lloyd with the single. Walks were by Chris Perriman and Reed Gross. By Chris Perriman and by Ryan Fisher. Runner at first base, 2 runs already in the game for the Outlaws. Breaking ball by Robb, hit up high towards third base. Out to Beckstead. He makes the grab for the second out. It's been heavy breaking ball action for Jaron Robb. Just about curveball, 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 and it's worked pretty well for him. And maybe there's a little side-to-side action I'm not seeing there, so maybe he's got a slider in there as well. But he's got a lot of lob pitches in that the Outlaws are getting under or over. Either way, there hasn't been too much solid contact made against Robb. The first pitch to Gross, up high, over the head of Reed. The pitch outside. Two 2-0 count to Reed Gross against Jaron Robb. Cloud cover continuing to increase here at Cedar City, and it got up to the low 90s today, got up to the mid 90s yesterday. Foul ball deep and at the fence, hit about 326 feet by Gross, but it goes foul by about another 25. And the wind picking up. You know, we had quite a bit of wind in yesterday's 5:30 contest, but I never complained about it because it cooled everything down, and I'm going to do the same here. And if that wind, that breeze blows my stuff around, that's just fine with me because it's been a hot one all day long. 2-1 count. The pitch is in the dirt. Back pick to first. Maybe he has a chance. Schneider dives head first and safe. Good thought by Ryland Crane to try to get the runner out. Robb looks over to first base, now off the stretch. Fastball gets past. It's a wild throw onto second base. Goes the runner, Jordan Schneider. We were mentioning in the last broadcast that Gus Allred, he threw 37 pitches yesterday for a loss in relief of the Outlaws. And threw 3 more. I think it was actually 2 innings yesterday, 3 innings today. Well, in Legion Baseball, there's a pitch count limit. Reed Gross has walked. That brings up the number 2 hitter, Jagger Mitchell. Well, there's not the case. There's not a pitch limit. There's an inning limit in Utah. So in 24 hours, you can only pitch 8 innings. And so that's well within their rules. 2 innings yesterday, 3 innings today by Allred, and told he's done for the tournament as he threw 99 pitches, and Evanston isn't going to try to take advantage of those rules, as technically he could go 3 more innings in a 3rd consecutive game. No, instead they'll keep it good for there, and said unless it's to face 1 batter, then that would be what it was. Allred's done for the day, but technically he could come back and throw 4 innings tomorrow, I think. Well hit out to left field by Mitchell. Going back against the wall. It's at there. Hits the wall. Picked up at left field. Waved around to score. Schneider and Reed Gross. A 2 RBI double by Jagger Mitchell. And the new batting order, which is the old batting order, is 4-1. The Evanston Outlaws started the season with Reed Gross leading off, Jagger Mitchell batting second, Seth Lloyd in the 4th spot. Actually, Ryan Fisher in the 3 spot, Seth Lloyd batting 4th, Gus Allred 5th. And then it got a little different as Chris Perriman was down at the 9 spot. But essentially what we're seeing here with an inverted 3rd and 4th hitter with Seth and Ryan is what the Outlaws had at the beginning of the season. And I think maybe that's what they were hearkening back to when the 5 senior captains were setting their lineup today, as they started off the season so well, albeit against a different level of competition than what they see against, the Casper Oilers. Of course, their first game was against Casper, but it was essentially the 2nd string after the first couple of innings. Jackson Giants, they competed well with this lineup, and things have gone down to 500 and below. Seth Lloyd hammers it out to right field. Going, 2-hop to the wall. Lloyd makes the turn at first. Jagger Mitchell scores at second, down to home, and Second to home, home to second, switcheroo. Jagger Mitchell makes it 5-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board with touching home on the RBI double by Seth Lloyd. 2 outs in the inning and Ryan Fisher up. Outlaws leading 5-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. The pitch off the stretch by Rob, high and inside. Rob trying to work his way out, just 1 out away from getting out of the inning. Swing and a miss against Fisher. Counts out 1-1. Fisher, the 7th man to bat in the inning for Evanston. Singled his first time up. The pitch inside, but cuts back in and grabs the plate for a strike. 1-2. To get out of the inning, Rob pitches, but a chop high over the head of third base scores Seth Lloyd, and Ryan Fisher with an RBI single. A missed throw back to first results in a 2-base error. Ryan Fisher turns the base at second, onto third standing. Inning continues. Certainly a single, no question about that, and an RBI for Ryan Fisher. But he got a little bit of an advantage off of a hard home plate dirt circle. That's where he hit it off of, and then that resulted in those high bounce over the head of third baseman Beckstead. The pitch to the left-handed Allred. Rob misses outside. Ball 1. Still 2 outs, 4 runs in the inning for Evanston, though. 6-1 the score. Man on third base is Ryan Fisher. The pitch inside and ball 2. The number 3 seed from pool number 2 takes on the number 3 seed from pool number 2 at 2:30 tomorrow in Canyon View High School. So whoever wins this, quite possibly the number 3 seed. If it's Evanston, it's almost assuredly they're the 3rd seed. For North Sevier, they still have some more time to try to climb up to a 2 or maybe even a 1. Not sure exactly how those tiebreakers would work, but they did lose to Canyon View this morning. And Canyon View at the top of the standings right now at 2-0. For Evanston, that would be a welcome change because they got to go back tomorrow. And if they lose this game, they play at 5 o'clock in Parowan, about 5 hours away from home. Walk drawn by Gus Allred, and he races down there, makes a small turn, and then sticks his feet right on the top of the base. Chris Perriman back up to the plate. The pitch. Breaking ball high. 1-0. Runners on the corners. 6-1 lead for Evanston. Third base Beckstead playing closer to the line. First base holding on to the base. Basically what a lot of these Utah teams do is are extensions of their high school season. So this is more practice than anything else, or an extended year for Evanston and Wyoming Legion Baseball. This is the season. And they're prepping for a week and a half from now to head to the AA Legion State Tournament. Pop up behind home plate, down the first base dugout, and just out of play, hitting the top of that chain link high fence. A lot of these teams, in the summertime comes, it's kind of like how Evanston and Wyoming treat springtime golf, or at least how they used to before the spring season was officially a regional season. It was say so long to the seniors and get everyone else who's coming up or already in the program and going to be a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior the next year, get them in. Deep shot, out to center field. And a shot is hit off the wall. One hop by Chris Perriman scores Allred. And 7-1, 8-1 as Fisher and Allred both come around to score. A double on a deep play by Chris Perriman. That's the second time this year he's hit one that far. And that's about as deep out to left center field as you'll see it without getting out. Chris Perriman, not known for his power, of course. But he's been a pretty capable hitter this season. And he's struggled at times, got off to a very slow start. Then caught fire about 2/3 of the way through the season and then cooled off last week in Jackson. Has been hit and miss in this tournament. But it's great contact on that ball. Just about had a home run. Ball's flying at Canyon View High School. We've talked about it a lot in this tournament. 8-1 the score. Rob stays on the mound after a quick visit from the infield and the coaching staff. Brendan Thompson to the plate. Thompson flew out for the first out of the second inning. That's where we stand now. So he gets another try, but again, pops it up high, out towards third base. And in and out of the glove of Keegan Beckstead, the inning continues. As it was in foul territory, so just send Thompson back. Well, I did my best not to get too much sun here, and I don't know what my best really was because I've been sitting out on a table with the sun beating down on me for now going on 2 days. So I guess while I can say I did my best, I'm not sure what I really did do, but I'm seeing the sunburns adding up here late in day 2. A misplayed ball in the right field. Leaves Brendan Thompson at second. Chris Perriman comes around to score. The error on Landon Payne on the play to second. Thompson with the single on to second with the E9. 9-1 the score. I believe the game started, it's right now 3:31, and game started right about, first pitch fouled away by Schneider. Let's say the start time on that game was 2:54, I believe. Time of first pitch. We did not get on for a few more minutes after that with overheating equipment. On and everything's working fine now. The shadows just starting to show here. Creeping out towards our table and the breeze picking up. Much welcome breeze. Jaron Robb on the mound trying to get out of it. Schneider holes back, grabs it into left center. Make it 10-1, and Schneider on his way to second. Had to stutter step on his way to first, and that may have cost him an extra base. He'll hold back and move to first. So not a double, an RBI single for Jordan Schneider. And Casey Perriman's back up, and we have a pitching change. We'll take this time to give a break and return, give you what we know about the new pitcher on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
When you hit the bullseye playing darts, it's a great thing. When a rock hits your windshield and creates a bullseye, it's a bad thing. A small bullseye in your windshield can grow into a monster crack that covers the whole window. T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston fixes rock chips. If the rock chip in your windshield has already grown into a giant crack, T-Bar S Body Shop can fix that too. When it comes to window repair or replacement, make sure you always hit the bullseye. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call us today, 789-2639.
The first school in Evanston opened in 1870 with 8 students. Since the very beginning, excellence in education has been the goal. Dedicated teachers and staff, board members, and community members have focused on student learning. The Uintah County School District No. 1 has graduated many young men and women who have gone on to be successful, productive citizens, parents, and leaders around the world. Our heritage continues today. Uintah County School District No. 1, Pathway to Excellence. The steel fabrication shop at Ellingford Brothers is available for large and small projects alike. We work with individuals. The public is always welcome. And contractors. We design and build one-of-a-kind projects, plus we fabricate loose parts and heavy equipment. And customize Ford and Dodge pickup truck front bumpers, plus equipment, including hitches, trailers, and more. Serving customers since 1936, Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. Call today, 307-789-1515.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Self-control. My desperation's overload.
Back underway here with Casey Perriman at the bat, the new pitcher, number 11, Deegan Brazel, moving out of left field to the mound. Jaron Robb with an inning and 2/3 total pitched, a swing and a miss by Brazel, delivering to Perriman. And it's 0-1. 2 outs in the inning and a runner on first base. Second pitch, a ball, 1-1. The pitch outside and low puts 2-1 to Perriman. And we got the sun back for a little bit more. Doing its last effort to keep this whole place steaming hot. Is that sun as it slowly moves over the backstop here at Canyon View High School in Cedar City, Utah. A pass ball moves the runner and Schneider onto second base. Still 2 outs in the inning. The pitch in the zone, strike 2. Counts at 3-1 to Casey Perriman. He's been patient, hasn't taken the bat off his shoulder so far. Brazel looks back to second. Off the stretch. Delivers. No call. And it's a walk. Casey Perriman walked with 2 outs on a full count. Puts runners at first and second base. Reed Gross comes up. 10-1 the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Brazel looks back to second. Schneider gives a fake go. Reed almost gets hit in the head. Instead, it's just the bill of his helmet that gets him. Backs away, takes his trip on to first base. And the bases are loaded with 2 gone. Jagger Mitchell back up to the plate. Everyone's batted this inning. And trying to do so and go around another time. Brendan Thompson was the leadoff hitter. He's batted twice. And he sits in the number 7 spot in the order. Currently at number 2 with Jagger Mitchell at the plate. Bases loaded, 10-1 lead. Bottom of the second, or excuse me, top of the second inning. Inning continues. Jagger, Texas League 1 for a single, 1 RBI, but gets another. Perriman and Schneider both score. Gross on to third, make it 12-1. Well, if you look out to that Impact Physical Therapy board and you can see it in the second inning, the Outlaws have scored so much we're back to 0 as you can't get to double digits in an inning, so they've put 10 runs up in this second inning alone. And so it looks like 2 runs and 0 runs. Seth Lloyd to the plate. Takes ball 1 high on a fastball. Brazel walks back. Inherited a runner who has since scored. Given up a few runs himself already. The pitch. A ball. 2-0. And a strike called. Lloyd never took the bat off his shoulder. Dark clouds moving in over the mountains. Maybe some rain in the forecast tonight. Can only hope. 3-1. Can only hope two things. One, that it maybe gets a little bit of rain to cool this all off. And two, that it does so once I've torn everything down and am maybe watching the final game of the night. That final game of the night should be a good one. Fremont versus Canyon View. Canyon View, of course, on their home field. Ball 4 and an RBI walk for Seth Lloyd. Or excuse me, there was no bases loaded, then open first base. So no RBI there. Just now loaded bases. Runners on first, second, and third. Ryan Fisher to the plate. Fremont made quick work of Evanston, beating them by the tally that they now lead North Sevier 12-1 on a two-hitter. The pitch from Rob, or excuse me, he was the first pitcher since exited. The pitch from Brazel is outside. 1-0 count. Just about everyone's looked good for the Outlaws in this game where they couldn't get anything to work earlier this morning, or really even yesterday. Now, the hits weren't an issue. They got 14 hits against Canyon View, but stranded 11. The pitch swung on and a foul ball off the plate. Fisher with 2 singles in the game. Let strike 2 go by. His third plate appearance in 2 innings. "16 batters have come to the plate for the Outlaws, and a 17th on his way, with Fisher being hit on the left shoulder. Welcome back to Cedar City, Utah, where we just had another blip on that technology. The internet jetpack is not liking southern Utah. That's why we keep it up in Wyoming, where it snows on the first day of summer. Opposite field knock for North Sevier, and a hit for Deegan Brazel. A throw on a 9-3 put-out attempt is just late. Allred gets run over by Deegan trying to get the tag out. 1 out in the inning, bottom of the second. And the Outlaws with a 13-run lead. Game start time at 2:54. That's my unofficial count of when I look down at the clock. I think that's about what it was. They started about 6 minutes early of the scheduled time. Right now, 3:49, so about an hour into this game and still in the second inning. I'd say the chances of playing maybe even 5 innings at this point may be dim. Especially if the Outlaws continue to hit like they did, where they brought 18 men to the plate in the 1 inning alone. Designated runner sent in for North Sevier, Deegan on the mound. So he'll get a chance to take a break and get ready to go pitch. The pitch from Ryan Fisher is inside against, that's not Grundy, it's Hunter Higgs, the 8-man in the order. Two one to Higgs. Fisher looking down, getting the signal from Jagger Mitchell, the catcher. The pitch is top of the edge zone, strike 2. some complaining about that call, and there's been some switching around of the zones, let's say, depending on the umpire, but that looked like a strike anywhere, pretty much right down the middle. Fifth pitch is outside in a full count. Full count delivery from Fisher, misses, and a walk. 2 men on for North Sevier. Number 9 man, Landon Payne. Doesn't have a jersey number. Back of his jersey is just all white. And the front of his jersey doesn't say anything except, I think, All-Star. That's not a jersey at all. That's a T-shirt. It's always a different sort of thing when you come to a Utah tournament in the summer. You don't come expecting coherent jersey numbers or all the time the same jerseys. It's a little bit different of an animal, summer baseball in Wyoming compared to Utah. Utah has a high school spring season, and that's their main show. Evanston and Wyoming, it's all about the summer. Fastball, swing and a miss, just a little under it. Right fielder Landon Payne with his first plate appearance. Still just 1 out in the inning and a ball delivered to Fisher. He's gets into a little bit of control issues from time to time. Wouldn't say he's necessarily had too much of that today, but he did throw on that single to Brazel. He threw it 3 out of 4 pitches were balls. And then he walked a full count Higgs. Currently knotted up in the count with the number 9 man, Payne, 2-2. The pitch from Fisher, fouled up. About an hour into this game, still in the second inning. The pitch, swing and a miss. Foul tip, and he's gone on the strikeout. Foul tip went into the glove of Gross. Turns the lineup over to Marshall Okerlund. Okerlund, a right-handed hitter, his first time up, he got a strikeout looking on 3 consecutive pitches. Fisher off the stretch, fastball, popped up towards the pitcher's mound. Fisher said he's got it, and he does. Couple men left stranded for North Sevier. Tally still stays at 1 for them, 14 for the Outlaws. Outlaws due up in the third next on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
When you look good, it helps you to feel good. When you look good, it changes the way others see you and the way you feel about you. To help you look your best, Joe's Modern Cleaners in Evanston offers dry cleaning services. Shirts and slacks and dresses last longer when they are dry cleaned. The colors stay vibrant longer. You will feel your best when you know you look your best. And you will look your best when you have the professionals at Joe's Modern Cleaners dry clean your apparel. Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
Brazel comes back out for another inning of work for North Sevier. He replaced Jaron Robb last inning. The Outlaws had 18 batters last inning and scored 12 runs. That's the best inning they've had since, well, May, when they put up 24 runs against Green River. That in the Rock Springs tournament in the second or third week of the season. 14-1 as it stands right now, and we are an hour into the contest, moving into the third. 10-run comes into effect at 5. In Wyoming Legion ball, there's a 15-run rule at 3 innings, but I don't know that there's anything like that here. And that's in conference games. That's usually not, most tournaments don't have a 15-run rule. And so I'd imagine we're probably looking at 2 hours or 5 innings, whichever comes first, if things stay like they are at the moment. Brendan Thompson leads off. He led off last inning and then batted twice and nearly came her up for a third time. It's 1-0 as he takes ball 1 outside. Second pitch out of the full windup by Brazel is a strike call. Cooling down significantly here in Cedar City. The clouds climbing up the sky with the cumulonimbus crawling over the clouds or the mountains in front. Looks like thunder and lightning may be in store tonight, depending on where they end up. Pitch popped up high down the third baseline. And Beckstead makes a grab, 1 out in the third. Jaden Schneider to the plate. Getting his first appearance of the tournament. Take a look at what we've got for Jaden Schneider on the year. Small sample size, just 4 at-bats, no hits. That's over the course of 3 games. He has scored a run as he reached once on a fielder's choice, also has a strikeout on the year. So Schneider trying to pick up his first hit at the AA level of the season. This plate appearance number 5 of the year. 2-0 count and make it 3-0 as Schneider may get on base for the first time this year by way of an on-base percentage counting stat without having to take the bat off his shoulders. 3-0, 1 out. Schneider with the waggle out of the right-handed box. The pitch in, and it's low. A 4-pitch walk delivered to Schneider. So there you go. Now 5 plate appearances. No hits still, but 1 walk puts his on-base percentage at .200 for the year. Brings up Casey Perriman, the righty, in the box, lefty in the field. Ball down in the dirt from Brazel. One 1-0 to Perriman. Don't know what's been happening around the pools as we've got games scattered across 4 or 5 fields. The pitch bounces, and again, a low wild throw. Has Payne doing a whole lot of work down behind the dish. But the Outlaws, with a win, would most likely take on the number 3 team from pool number 1, and that pool 1 is made up of Cedar, Ridgeline Blue, Parowan, and Kearns. Foul ball by Perriman. Count at 2-1. The pitch up high and 3-1 to Perriman. Reed Gross on deck. He batted twice last inning, as did everyone, and he'll be up for a 4th time coming up shortly. He's scored all 3 times he's come to the plate off a single, a walk, and a hit bat. Slap up by Perriman, off the glove of Short, a 6-3, and it's in time, a double play despite the bobble. Great recovery by Brody Butler. Touches second base and throws to Okerlund for the out. That ends the inning. So we'll see Reed next time up as we go to the bottom of the third inning. 14-1 the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. This is a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM. Online also at mylocalradio.com.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
the Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Meets the eye, defeat me mentally. I like to see you try. Back on backpack flows and pack shows in the back rows with Blackfish.
14-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Ryan Fisher out for a third inning of work against North Sevier. Turn the lineup sheet over one more time, and we have 2, 3, 4 due up in the inning. Jaron Robb, Brody Butler, and Rylan Crane. Looking back to those 3 men, their first time up, a ground out, a single, and a hit by pitch in order and respectively to those 3 is how their at-bats went in the first inning. Looking at the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard in the bottom right of your screen, it's incorrect, and the score is right, but there's a couple of things that are misnomers. First of all, North Sevier scored their lone run. That was in the first inning, not the second. And second of all, Evanston scored 2 runs in the first inning, 12 in the second. Now, there's no room for double digits. So once you get to 10, you go to 0, and then it's back up to 11 and 12, so it looks like 2-2. And you say, how'd they get to 14? Well, it was an inning of 2 runs and an inning of 14. First pitch, swung and missed. Second, to third base. Reed Gross with a wild throw, falls down in the process, but it's right on target to Allred, and a 5-3 putout retires Robb. Butler back up. He singled and scored on the double by Beckstead. That was the lone run for North Sevier up to this point. Great move by Gross. Went tumbling down sideways with the momentum of that sidearm throw to first base. Had to take an angle to approach it. Go ahead and call that our play of the game. Breaking ball by Fisher. Dips outside, 1-0. The 1-0, fastball, swing and a miss. On 1-1, another swing and a miss. Fisher goes up the ladder and catches Butler swinging. Down 1-2, one already retired on the excellent 5-3 throw. Fisher looking for a strikeout. Likes the signal from Mitchell. Delivers fastball and wasted out, foul. Fisher trying again on 1-2. Goes down low and it's a ball. 2-2 this time. On 2-2, fastball, fouled off. A good battle by Brody Butler here. Right-handed hitter with the American Star and Stripe helmet on. Have a Labrador Retriever out beyond the fence at left center, and a strikeout by Brody Butler. Taking in the scene as that dog goes running across. It looks like his owner's up there. Several more feet up on the top of the hill watching the game. Dog exploring a little bit closer right on that fence. Swing and strike one to Ryland Crane at the bat. Foul ball, and it's 0-2. I guess every day is bring your dog to the park day when you're at Legion or high school baseball. As long as no one tells you you can't. Fastball fouled up, count stays 0-2. Full windup from Fisher. Inside, tried to get a swing and a miss, but instead, Ryland Crane holds up, and it's ball one. Down in the dirt, 2-2. Fisher riding that count up a little bit, as he did with Butler the last time, trying to get that perfect pitch for the out. Finally did get a strikeout for Butler. Had 2 strikeouts last inning and 1 to start off the game. It's a ground ball, 2 hopper to third base. Gross winds up, makes the throw, and the side is retired. On to the 4th inning next, just after 4:08 p.m. here on a Friday afternoon. 14-1 the score. Evanston over North Sevier on the Impact Physical Therapy Board. This is a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball.
For over 10 years, the professional and friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions has been serving customers in Wyoming and Utah. Our professional technicians live and work in communities across both states. This way, we are able to provide quick, quality service to all of our customers. We serve businesses in all sizes, and we also provide service and supplies for HP printers. Please call us today and let's see how we can help with all your printing and copying needs. Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
Bedroom on a poster. I bet she know what's up when I approach her. Boyfriend came in last place. We up in the sky like a vulture.
14-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard as North Sevier back out defensively to take on the leadoff man in the order, Reed Gross. Gross with his 4th plate appearance, Scored all 3 times, walked one, got hit once, and he's singled as well. Started off the game with a single on 4 pitches and then got to second, third, and home all on pass balls. Brazel on the mound for a 3rd inning of work, incomplete. First pitch low for a ball. One 1-0, up high, and it's 2-0. Well, I was worried we'd even be able to get to 5 innings with how long that second inning took. About half the game time total is contained in that second inning. And really just even the top of the second. Top of the 4th here, Evanston the road team, so if it stays a 10-run differential, North Sevier will get that bottom of the 5th to try and answer. So we're looking at a couple more innings of play at least here, as North Sevier's trying to get that ship righted and not just get to the 5th inning, but close that gap and try and come back and win this game. Lost this morning 15-4 to Canyon View. Dropout on a blooper, single for Reed Gross, and he's on base for a 4th consecutive time. This actually was the first time he hasn't bat in consecutive innings. He batted in the 1st and the 2nd, twice in the 2nd. Didn't get an at-bat in the 3rd, but gets a hit here in the 4th. So in as many innings, he has that many hits, although he did not get to the plate in the 3rd. Jagger Mitchell to the plate. Righty on righty. Fastball. Gaps it between shortstop and third base. Station-to-station play for the Evanston Outlaws. Runners on 1st and 2nd. Seth Lloyd to the plate, and I'd say this lineup's worked out pretty well for the old Outlaws. Senior captains went and made it up themselves as far as that batting order was regarded. I think they got to pick their positions too, but it had to be that everyone had to be playing a position that they normally will play. They can move it around a little bit, but no playing catcher because you haven't done that since Little League. They wanted to, the coaches took the game out of their hands essentially and said put it in the players in this final few weeks of the season for a lot of these guys, and maybe career for the Outlaws. Certainly not all of them will be back, and maybe none of them. You just never know. Swing and a miss by Lloyd, and it's down 1-2 in the count. But took it out of their hands, said, seniors, go ahead, do what you want here. But we're still trying to win the game. The reason we're taking it out of our hands right now is because we're saying that maybe you guys do know this team right now and maybe get a shot in the arm, but we're trying to win this game. We don't want to be playing at 5 o'clock in Parowan tomorrow. We want to, like to be playing at 5 o'clock in a semifinal game, but that's not going to happen. So let's go out and win a game and get a 2:30 game and maybe get back to Evanston before Sunday. The pitch. Fouled away. Brazel with the pitch home, bounces it, and a pass ball. Evanston stays station to station, not taking any unnecessary bases here with a 13-run lead, and the count stays 2-2. Look back to second. Now off the stretch. The pitch home. Back up the middle. Good glove that second. 4-6. The turn's a tough one, and it's off target and just a hair late. But a good try. 4-6 gets one out. Lloyd reaches on a fielder's choice. Reed Gross onto third base. And we've got runners on the corners with Ryan Fisher to the plate. Ryan Fisher with his 4th appearance. He's reached every time as well. 2 singles, and he got hit. That was a plunk on a second pitch on the left shoulder for Fisher. First pitch, strike taken. 4:16 the time on the clock, and the game is about an hour and 20 minutes old at this point. In the top of the 4th inning. So it looks like we'll have time for about 5 innings, and that may be where it goes as it's standing. Fisher down 0-2 in the count. Into the set position. The pitch home. Ripped down the line of third base. Tails a little bit foul, and that scores Reed Gross. Runners to second and Fisher to first. 15-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Outlaws went 1 inning scoreless in the 3rd, but get back to their scoring ways here in inning number 4. And I think we've got, yes we do, number 61 in place of Gus Allred. Say hello to Hank Allred. Hammerin' Hank Allred. Clearly a home run threat as you look at him in that right-handed batter's box. Pass ball puts runners on second and third. The only question is exactly how hard and how far that ball's going to go when Hank gets a hold of it. My guess is clean over them mountains. The pitch to Allred, swing and a miss. Allred standing in the box at a 1-1 count. 1 out in an open first base bag. Takes another cut on a high fastball and misses. Chris Perriman on deck. The pitch outside, and the count goes 2-2. Again, run you through the teams in Pool 1. It's either going to be Cedar, Ridgeline Blue, Parowan or Kearns playing in that 233 seed game. And if Evanston can hold on to win, they will more than likely be that other team in it. Now there potentially could be some shuffling, I guess. Maybe they could get to, I don't think they could get to the 2 seed, but maybe if some weird stuff happened. But most likely, if they get the win, they'll be 3rd. Hank Allred works the walk, so Deegan Brazel just wipes his brow and says, thank goodness I didn't let him get a hold of one. And a guy who nearly got a home run his last at-bat, Chris Perriman, comes to the plate. That may be it. And, yes, the ball handed to Deegan. Gets a shake of the hand and a seat either on the bench or for a new glove, depending on what it is. He's headed for the bench right now. We'll see if he comes back out, though. New pitcher, and we'll tell you about it, who it is, when we come back. This is a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. 15-1 the score. Evanston over North Sevier on the Impact Physical Therapy board.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Superior Rental is Evanston's only full-service rental equipment store. We have what you need to get the job done. Backhoes, trenchers, excavators, air compressors, jackhammers, concrete tools, hammer drills, aerators, tillers, power rakes, forklifts, log splitters, tables and chairs, popcorn, snow cone, and cotton candy machines. Alright, you get the picture. You don't have to own when you can rent. from Superior Rental, 371 Prospector Drive in Evanston.
New pitcher on the mound is number 20 in the order, and on the jersey, Taylor Rasmussen. That's what I've got. Coming off the bench and replacing Deegan. So his day is indeed done. Still taking his warm-up throws. We'll be back to action in just a moment.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Members of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union feel confident that our staff has your best interest in mind, confident that we acknowledge your financial needs, confident that we are always working hard to provide the best rates, best products, and the best service the industry can offer, and confident that we will always work with you to help achieve your financial goals. Join Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today. TronaValley.com, member NCUA.
I don't be bugging, that's not my type. You say you want me.
Taylor Rasmussen delivers ball one to Chris Perriman. On the mound, pitcher number 3 of the day for North Sevier. And he misses again, ball 2. Perriman hit a deep one out to center field, just a shade left of dead center. Hit the wall. Has bases loaded here with 1 out. Takes a strike 1, counts at 2-1. Perriman 1 for 3 on the day, has 2 ground outs to short. The pitch is on the edge of the zone on the outside, and it's strike 2. Strike 1, rather, I guess. It counts as 2-1. Must have added a strike in there somewhere. No, I don't think I did. It's just late getting up. As pitch 1 and 3 were balls, 2 was a strike, 4 was a strike, and as is 5. So, yeah, it was 2-2, and a foul ball keeps him at that 2-2 count. The pitch inside and hit fair somehow down the third base line. Looked like a fouler for sure, but ropes it straight down that toe line and just over the bag. 1 base for everyone. Seth Lloyd scores, and it's 16-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 4:24, so we are about to an hour and a half of game time. No new inning may begin at 2 hours, so yeah, we should get to a 5th inning, but I don't think there's going to be any time for any more. And also, we have a 10-run rule in effect at 5. There's 2 substitutions upcoming. Number 7, Isaac Shelley going into left field. And this is just a move to get some younger guys playing time, it looks like. And number 6, Slade Mickelson coming in for Dawson Grundy. Strike called to Brendan Thompson. Rasmussen pitching. Outside for a ball. 15-run lead for the Outlaws. And again, I don't believe there's any 15-run rule in Utah. I've never encountered one, and I usually don't encounter a 15-run rule in any tournament where there's a 2-hour time limit. That usually only applies in Legion region games. Otherwise, you'll go play 5, and if it's 10 runs at 5, then you usually stop there, region or otherwise. There was an 8-run rule in effect, and was that a Utah tournament we were at? Trying to remember back to where that 8-run rule was at. I don't think it was Utah. I think it was in Wyoming. It was in Laramie. That Laramie tournament we went to in the third week of June. 8-run rule at 5. Hold up by Thompson to fill the count up at 3-2. 1 out in the inning. Bases loaded. Evanston's been playing station to station for a while here. The pitch. Hit to left center. Drops in for a single. And I'll keep it right there. Ryan Fisher scores. Make it 17-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Fisher held up just to make sure that it would drop, and I think maybe also the coaches said, hey, let's not show him up and run this score up even more than we need to. Just take your base and stay right there. Strike 1 taken by Schneider. So this is interesting. They let Jaden Schneider hit, and now it's back to Jordan Schneider. Not exactly major league rules we're playing with here, and as we're used to in Legion baseball. You get a little more leeway. There are no extra hitters like there are in RMSB tournaments in Utah, Rocky Mountain School of Baseball. 0-2 count to Schneider, and he takes ball 1. Bases are loaded. Top of the 4th. 2 runs in the first, 12 in the second, none in the third, and 3 and counting in the 4th for the Outlaws. The pitch, fouled away. Canyon View set to take on Fremont in the final game following this, and I think they may get to do so just a little bit ahead of schedule, as that game was scheduled for 5:30, but we will see. Maybe we actually won't get ahead of schedule, because I'm thinking there's a 15-run rule in effect, and there is certainly not. We're going to need to play this inning and the next, most likely, I should say. Haven't seen any 15-run rules in tournament plays. That's how Evanston got a 24-1 victory, I think it was, over Green River at a Rock Springs tournament. No 15-run rule. Timeout taken by Schneider. .4:29 p.m. here on KNYN 99.1 FM. Almost right at the middle of the hour. Schneider fouls it off. Hear the rumblings of the interstate, just not that far at all behind us. Have the truck traffic going up and down I-15, north and south. Inside pitch, chopped down the third base line. A force at any base, and he opts for first, and it's a 1-hop out. Schneider's retired, a run scores, that being Hank Allred on the fielder's choice RBI. 2 are gone, and Casey Perriman to the plate. Everyone's had a good day for the Outlaws. Perriman has not reached by way of a hit, but he has scored a run after being walked in his second at-bat. This is 4th plate appearance. I believe North Sevier's roster has been exhausted now, and everyone who was on the bench at some point is now playing in the field. The pitch, Perriman sends it to third, And that's not a force out. Thompson running back and forth. Down to third. He gets caught back, heading to second. A flip underhand. The ball drops out of the hand of Slade Mickelson. And the inning will continue. I see Michelle Thompson down there. She's kind of shaking her head, and I guarantee she's looking at her son saying, you had an open base. There's 2 outs. Why, oh, why are you running at third? She's got a point. She's a baseball fan. There's no reason, and probably the reason is that Brendan is probably a little bit out of it out there, standing at second base with an 18-1 lead. Breaking ball, Reed Gross fouls it up and out. Rasmussen walks back to the mound. It's 18-1 again on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 4 runs this inning have scored. Back to our leadoff hitter, Reed Gross, who led off the inning. This is the second inning where the Outlaws have batted around. 4:32 the time on the clock. We are about 20 minutes away from a 2-hour time limit in the top of the 4th. The pitch. Fouled away. Gross working on a perfect game. 2 singles, a walk, got hit, scored 4 runs. The pitch in the zone. Loop to short and caught. The inning is over. Brody Butler retires the top half. On to the home side of the offense when we return. It's 18-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston over North Sevier on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper. The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
For generations, gun ownership has been an important part of our heritage. At the Gun Room in Evanston, you'll find a large selection of quality firearms. Everything from personal protection handguns to hunting rifles and shotguns. With a wide selection of hunting gear, ammo, optics, and apparel, we have what you need. Ask about our 90-day layaway program. And remember, success on the range and in the field starts at the Gun Room. Call today, 307-789-2677.
See the blood move, and the waves get high, make your move.
New pitcher out there in Ethan Buse, but that's the least of what we have to get to. You remember when I said at the beginning of the game that the Outlaws were, the 5 senior captains were able to choose their batting order, but they could also choose their lineup defensively, but it had to be positions that they've all played this season. Well, that just went out the window. An 18-1 lead Heading into the bottom of the fourth, and the Outlaws having some fun. Seth Lloyd and Reed Gross at the lead of that, running out excitedly to their outfield position, something they have not done in I don't know how long. The last time I remember Seth Lloyd in the outfield was maybe when he was 14 or 15 years old, playing his first couple of years for the Outlaws Legion Baseball. He's now a sixth-year Evanston Outlaw, a just now departing senior. He's in center field. Seth Lloyd in center field. Reed Gross in left. Play is underway, I should mention, and a couple of swings and misses out there for Keegan Beckstead. Reed Gross in left field. Seth Lloyd in center field. Right field is the always speedy, always fleet of foot Brendan Thompson. At first base, it's Jagger Mitchell. Second base, this isn't too weird, Jordan Schneider. Shortstop, Chris Perriman. Third base, Casey Perriman. And behind the dish, catching, Ryan Fisher. 17-run lead for the Outlaws. And Seth is loving his time out in center field. He's just hoping to get a fly ball out there. And I remember Seth Lloyd getting in at the end of games when he was 13 years old playing for the Outlaws. Maybe 12, I don't know. I'm not kidding. He's a sixth-year Outlaw. That's how many years I've been here, and that's how many years he's been playing for that club. Didn't play too much that year, but he just got in here and there, and a lot of times it was out in right field. He's, of course, become the staple shortstop last couple of seasons. Pitcher as well. So it's not like he hasn't played it at the Legion level. Same with Reed Gross. You know, when these guys came in, a lot of times you get stuck out in left or right field when you're a early Outlaw, and then you get put into the infield at your normal positions as you get a little bit older. But I can't remember the last time I saw him, Brendan, or Seth play in the outfield. Same with Brendan. I think he's played a little bit in right field before in the Outlaws Legion, but it hasn't been since hadn't been since he was a tweener between the B and the A team. Almost seems trivial that we had a ground out for the first out. And we get new man up to the plate. Number 6, Slade Mickelson. Swing and a miss on Mickelson on the first pitch. Stepping up in the right-handed box. Ethan Buse standing tall on the mound. Exaggerated windup in the zone. Knocked to second base. Picked up by Schneider and a sidearm toss to Mitchell. There are 2 gone. Can't say I've seen Jagger Mitchell play first in the Outlaws uniform. Ryan Fisher, I was told, may get a chance to go catch, and I don't think he's caught. Maybe he caught in the past that I'm just forgetting about, but I don't remember the last time he caught for the Outlaws, if ever. But I heard before the game that he might get behind the plate and do some catching, and here he is in the bottom of the fourth with 2 outs. Brings up Taylor Rasmussen, who took over for Deegan Brazel. It's good to see the Outlaws have a little bit of fun. There's been a rough last couple of weeks out on the diamond for them. Thrown and taken strike by Buse. 1-1 count with 2 outs. To 4:40 p.m. The 5th inning, almost assuredly now the last inning. Probably that anyways, but we are to the point where we're nearing a 2-hour time limit. Out to left field, Reed Gross makes the catch, an F7. 1, 2, 3 goes the order, and the Evanston Outlaws on to the 5th with an 18-1 lead. This on the First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at
When you look good, it helps you to feel good. When you look good, it changes the way others see you and the way you feel about you. To help you look your best, Joe's Modern Cleaners in Evanston offers dry cleaning services. Shirts and slacks and dresses last longer when they are dry cleaned. The colors stay vibrant longer. You will feel your best when you know you look your best. And you will look your best when you have the professionals at Joe's Modern Cleaners dry clean your apparel. Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
The first school in Evanston opened in 1870 with 8 students. Since the very beginning, excellence in education has been the goal. Dedicated teachers and staff, board members, and community members have focused on student learning. The Uintah County School District No. 1 has graduated many young men and women who have gone on to be successful, productive citizens, parents, and leaders around the world. Our heritage continues today. Uintah County School District No. 1, Pathway to Excellence.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Hacemos algo desenfrenado, entonces hacemos algo.
18-1 the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board as the breaks between innings have slowed. If you notice, we were able to take a 2-minute break, a full 2-minute break, and we didn't miss anything. In fact, Jagger Mitchell's just stepping into the batter's box. Rasmussen on the mound for North Sevier. It's Mitchell, Lloyd, Fisher. 2, 3, 4 in the order. Foul ball 0-1. Have some rain happening to the southeast of us. Excuse me. Wow, the northeast of us is what I meant to say. And I can't confirm it, but usually you see those big clouds and the wispies falling down from them. That means rain. I don't think we'll get out of here in time before that shows up, if it does. A peak of sun comes out from the clouds. It's mostly cloud covered here, setting up a great Fremont versus North Sevier 5 o'clock game. Jagger Mitchell is retired on a deep fly ball out to right field. Brings up Seth Lloyd. This is the top of the 5th inning. 17-run lead, and Lloyd with his 5th plate appearance. Reached 3 out of 4 times. He walked, doubled, walked, and then technically reached a 4th with a fielder's choice. Scored that time. That was run number 16. And now looking at the board, we've got a discrepancy. Not that it'll matter, but the Outlaws have actually scored 19 runs, not 18. They're all labeled out here on Game Changer. If you can go online and follow that game along, you can count them up yourself. There are 19 runs on the Impact Physical Therapy board. That board is one off, but again, don't think it will matter. Down low for a ball. And the count's at 2-1. Excuse me, 1-1. Just noticed that. 19-1 difference. Strike 2 taken. Well, I guess I was right the first time. It was 2-1. Now 2-2. Need to stop looking at that board. 1 out, no one on. And the pitch outside for a ball. 3-2. Ryan Fisher on deck. And Ethan Buse, I think, in the hole, would be batting for Gus Allred. Yeah, that'd be right. Lloyd's down, swinging, though, on a strikeout, and there's 2 outs. See what Ryan Fisher does here in the 5th. Outlaws actually scored 5 runs in that 4th inning. Reed Gross, Seth Lloyd, Ryan Fisher, and then Hank Allred and Chris Perriman all came around to score. Those are the 5. Swing and a miss, Ryan Fisher. So it looks like we'll have a 10-run rule and a 2-hour rule as we're at 4:46 at 5 innings. Top of the 5th here. The pitch outside and a ball. That, of course, unless all those position changes backfire on the Outlaws, and North Sevier is able to rally back here. That being said, though, they'd need to score 17 runs to tie the scoreboard, 18 runs to tie the actual score, and a fly out to center ends the top of the inning. Been a fun one here, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. Looks like this will be the final half inning here for us on mylocalradio.com. Of course, we'll be back tomorrow. But we will be back with the bottom of the 5th next to see what North Sevier can do to try and close this game out on a positive note. Next, First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
When you hit the bullseye playing darts, it's a great thing. When a rock hits your windshield and creates a bullseye, it's a bad thing. A small bullseye in your windshield can grow into a monster crack that covers the whole window. T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston fixes rock chips. If the rock chip in your windshield has already grown into a giant crack, T-Bar S Body Shop can fix that too. When it comes to window repair or replacement, make sure you always hit the bullseye. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call us today, 789-2639.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
One of the biggest challenges we face when it comes to regular exercise is finding time to get to the gym. This is Kim Carden, owner of Flex Fitness Gym. I've got great news. Now you can work out whenever it's convenient for you. The Flex Fitness Gym in Evanston is open 24/7 for members. With key card access, you can work out in our safe, clean gym using our professional equipment when it's most convenient for you. Don't let time hold you back anymore. Visit Flex Fitness today, 100 Yellow Creek Road, right next to Smith's in Evanston.
Ethan Buse looking to close out this contest with a 19-1 lead. 2 runs in the first, 12 in the second, 5 in the fourth, despite what the board says. Makes it 19-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board as Evanston losing their first 2 games of the pool play, 9-6 to Canyon View, and then 12-1 to Fremont in the contest before this, have rebounded and appear to be headed to a 2:30 game here tomorrow, right here at Canyon View. That will be the number 3 seed game, and that's it. There's no consolation final after that. It's only one championship game, and that game will be played at 7:30. One of those candidates is to my right, another candidate to my left, Fremont and Canyon View. Canyon View 2-0, Fremont 1-0. The winner of Pool 1 and one of those 4 semifinalists, I think, is going to be the winner of that game coming up right after this. Of course, we won't be bringing it to you, but Probably be watching some of that game to see how it turns out and know who's going on to the semifinals, most likely tomorrow. Of course, if Canyon View wins, they are definitely going on because they're done with pool play after this game. Fremont still has to take on North Sevier tomorrow morning. Buse working on the mound against Hunter Higgs. 0-2 on the board count. Long windup from Buse and misses big. Ball one. On deck, Landon Payne. Buse, good breaking action there, but could not get the swing from Higgs. Tries it again on 2-2. Here's the pitch. Similar throw and good breaking action again. Swing and a miss. Higgs is retired. And there's one gone. Payne up to bat. And Marshall Okerlund on deck. Currently representing the Final Hope. Will not have a post-game show following this game as rain is imminent in the area. And we still need this equipment to work for tomorrow and then for preferably months and years after. So as soon as this game goes final, we're going to pack up and say so long to avoid a possible rainstorm coming in and putting us out of commission. 19-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. The pitch from Buse on 2-0 is inside 3-0. The pitch taken for a walk. Payne on to first base. Okerlund to the bat. Okerlund 0 for 2. Struck out looking to Ryan Fisher. His first time up and popped out to Ryan Fisher on his second at bat. Four strikeouts for Fisher in 4 innings. Actually make it 3 innings, I believe. 1, 2, 3, yeah. 3 innings for Fisher. Ethan Buse with a strikeout as well. Down 0-1 is Okerlund. Big miss from Buse, a back pick from Fisher behind the plate. Nearly got the runner. Quick move there. Buse into the set position. A stretch. Here's a ball. 2-1. Setting up. Fastball fouled away. 2-2. Again, the Outlaws just threw all rules aside last inning with their alignment. We had all the outfield moving to the infield, a pitcher moving to a catcher, all the infield, of course, then going to the outfield. And 3 guys out in left to center to right, and Reed Gross, Seth Lloyd, and Brendan Thompson, who we haven't seen there since they were tweeners between the B and the A team. Good breaking ball by Buse, strikes out Okerlund looking, and there are 2 outs. Jaron Robb has been replaced, and Isaac Shelley gets his first at bat. That replacing happening a couple innings ago when Coach Robinson just cleared the bench out with the game clearly already decided to get some of the younger guys experience. Evanston's done similar with having a little fun with their alignment. And to their credit, they've played station to station for the last 3 innings, not trying to really do anything too extra on those run totals. Strike taken by Shelley. Also, they didn't. Actually, it's 19-1, and the game changer final will reflect that. But on the scoreboard, it says 18-1, and really, no need to make a peep about that. 1-1 count with 2 outs. The pitch from Buse, outside corner, strike. 1 to go, and the Outlaws can look ahead to tomorrow. Again, no postgame, as we're not sure if we could be getting rain at some point, and it takes a little bit to tear down. So as soon as this game goes final, I'll give a sign-off and say, hey, probably see you at 2:30 tomorrow. And then play that outro music. Swing and a miss, and the game is over. A 10-run rule is in effect. 19-1 the final. On the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, Ethan Buse gets the final 2 innings. Ryan Fisher with the win. And the Outlaws having some fun, finally getting some success. After a 9-6 and 12-1 loss, they win this one 19-1 over North Sevier. Thanks for listening to this doubleheader today, and we'll look forward to seeing you about 2:30 tomorrow, right here, same location, Canyon View High School in Cedar City, Utah. I'm Jake Hibbard. Thanks for listening to Outlaws Baseball on K9 Radio.
Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast of Evanston Outlaw Baseball on mylocalradio.com. Go online to check out more live and archived action from Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho. Today's executive producer is Val Cook. This has been a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of this stream may be used or rebroadcast without the expressed written consent of the aforementioned rights holder. We thank all of our sponsors for making this broadcast possible, and mostly, we thank you for tuning in.